Certain terms may apply. This week on The Hapless Heroes.
Caress my carapace, baby.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Hapless Heroes podcast. I'm Francesco, and tonight I continue to be your host and DM as we lure a devil into a trap, potentially. Before we do that, let's go ahead and introduce the people who will be responsible for this. Starting at my virtual left, we have Dave playing March.
I resent that accusation. I've never been responsible for anything in my life.
Mike as Brunner Brew Blitzboar.
I'm ready for an adventure, but nobody said anything about being responsible.
Nicole as Glorp Glup Glup.
No, I guess I can just put my arm back on, can't I?
Sebastian as Chum Delum.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry. Chum is quote unquote dead. And Lewis as Lev Zangief.
Yeah, I'm living. I hate the responsibilities too, or whatever.
Okay. Well, and last time on the show, a puppet demon was defeated and put back into its jar enclosure and sealed away in this reliquary, this ancient starborn reliquary on this moon of Elmer's Rest in this, like middle of nowhere system in the Astral Sea. You made a deal a little bit with this, not necessarily a deal, but he offered a proposition to you, this alien that you met in this reliquary, Florthak, if to remind our audience, right? Don't forget to swallow the G.
Swallow it hard. Oh, I'm dead. Sorry.
After a short rest after that fight, and some pizza being consumed for the first time on Florthak's part, he asked you to bring this devil that you had made this deal with here, this Razakazith, as he called him, and to answer for crimes. I don't know. I mean, he did not elaborate on what crimes he has to answer for, but you would assume they are many if this man is indeed a devil. And he would take care of it. Apparently, like he already has once before. Who knows? Again, he did not elaborate on any of these things. But you managed to convince the doctor, right, or Razakazith, to come back with you to the reliquary. The Guardian has lowered the wards to kind of, simulate like you had defeated him in battle, and had put on a very convincing act. Percival is following you, sobbing, like playing along with Chum being dead, and is just like, "Oh, my best friend! Oh, I can't believe it! Why did we do this?" As you march through the woods back to this reliquary, the doctor seems to be kind of skipping along. He's got his four Furbolg goons in tow. I did remember mentioning to you, Chum, that you noticed that there was some sort of magic affecting them, something that almost like they seemed enthralled to this doctor. And I'll let you, I guess, interpret that how you may. But you do eventually make it through the woods. You'll notice that like some of the sounds of the like woodland creatures of some kind have now started to permeate the areas where I remember mentioning it was silent, right? Where those magical wards maybe were affecting the environment. Some of those sounds do now kind of are kind of present as you're walking through and north up back to these ruins of like whatever civilization was here many years ago. You arrive at the door. The doors are still open. Like everything is like, you don't have to go through any like puzzles or anything like that. It all looks like as you left it, right? Doors open, got, defenses down. And as you get to the entrance, he's just like, the doctor turns to you. And he's like, when I first met you, idiots, when I first met you, individuals, I I'll be honest with you. First impressions, I didn't think he could do it. But I gotta say, I'm impressed. Maybe you don't really know me, and you don't really feel like maybe that doesn't mean anything to you. But I just gotta say, you did something pretty impressive here today. All right, and you should pat yourselves on the back for that. All right. Anyone got a? Doesn't matter. And he just starts walking down into the reliquary.
Yes, thank you. It's very nice for you to show your appreciation. Very nice. Isn't that right, Choom? And I like jostle his dead, quote unquote, dead body on my shoulder.
I flop. Is he gone?
Sorry.
Is he gone?
I forget. He's dead. My bad.
Aren't you coming? Are you guys? Do you follow him down?
Was that in the plan to follow him down? I can't remember.
We did not get this far in the plan.
Okay.
We now have to improvise in the moment.
I was just going to.
I don't think we should do anything that would arouse suspicion.
I mean, yes. Does that mean
Yeah.
go down?
Well,
Or we could say
why
we're
wouldn't we want to
resting?
see you in your moment of triumph?
I mean, I tell you, it's gonna be quite the sight.
Sure will.
Yeah. We will, we will
That's
go down.
It's a very hesitant
No. Like March will follow. You know,
Okay.
at
I'm just
a
curious to
respectful distance.
At a respectful distance. I see. You can see that
Come
like
on, Lev.
these
Once
big
in a lifetime.
furbolg, these big furbolg dudes are like really having a hard time like fitting down this rather kind of narrow. It's not like super wide like stairway that goes down. I mean, it's tall, but it's not like super wide. You can kind of they're kind of like having to go one by one down the stairs where some of you might be able to fit next to each other right as you descend back down into this this reliquary. So you get into the that little entryway, and looking into the room that you were in before, where you had fought, like where all the actual like little cubbies and other like areas are, where all the stuff is being stored. You can see that the light that was maybe previously shining through or onto that astrolabe type device that was in the center of the room is out. Right, it's dark in here. Except for just the glow of the magic of like these, barriers that cover each of the different types of objects that are all over this room. He walks in. He walks straight to the back to where you saw that that urn that was containing Asmodeus and then many other devils that were kind of arranged around him. Where that big fresco of Lord Rel was painted with all the different, depictions of them like fighting this war against the nine hells and imprisoning those, essentially who disrupted the balance of, just the whole thing. He walks straight to the back. You can see him kind of like run his fingers like over the some of the drawings, right? Like in the area around the ward. Where this urn is being kept. And as he's doing it, he's like, it's been a long time, but I need you to come back, bud. And he like starts to put his hand like towards the ward, and then you see him kind of go and freeze. The light, illuminates the room again. The guardian, Florthak, appears behind him. His long fingers extended towards the doctor. The four furbolg, dudes, kind of all like you see something like jog them a little bit. They're just like, "Where am I? What's going on? What's happening in here?" Who is that? Who are you? They all look very confused. And Florthek looks at you guys. Could you just get quiet and down, please? I have a monologue to deliver.
Yeah.
This guy's waited a long time. Let's let him have the stage.
Is the gig, guys, does he know already? Is the gig up?
He's frozen in place. The gig is all the way up.
Oh,
It's on the
thank
ceiling.
God. Holy shit. That was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. Dude, Percy cried on me. It was crazy. Guys.
Who are you
Shut,
people?
no. You go quiet. Shh.
Come on. We'll explain somewhere else. But let's let him have the
Yeah, you guys
the
smoke?
limelight. That's the least we could do.
March, scroll, march. Come on.
Yeah, just sparking one up.
As Florthek, has his fingers sort of like outstretched towards the doctor, he says, Razakazeth has been centuries, millennia even, since we have last crossed paths. I've seen the poor souls you've coerced into taking what is not yours from this place. You would seek to disrupt the balance of everything. You would seek to bring calamity upon the universe, and yet you do not care. And I do not need to ask why a devil would not care. And you hear like this like strained voice coming from the doctor. He's like, no, like listen, hey, okay, listen, no, it's not what you think, okay? Like it's not. You could hear like he's, where there once was like a confident voice, he's very much like almost like a rat in a trap, right? Is you can tell his whole demeanor has changed at this point. He's like, no, listen, okay, this is not. I'm not trying to destroy nothing, okay? You don't get it. When you did what you did, it sealed off the hells entirely. There's no one in charge. And then the souls, the souls that we own, okay? Like, listen, we don't have the time nor the whatever to argue the ethics of soul ownership, okay? But they signed binding contracts. But those souls have nowhere to go now, okay? What do you want to do with all these evil souls, huh? Where are they supposed to go, huh? Who is Lord Rel and old Vic gonna just keep collecting them forever? What's gonna happen? This is not balance, but you know that. Florthak just kind of says, no. All is as it should be. All is as the Watcher has shown us. You will not do this. I cannot allow you to do this, to bring ruin to our universe once more. And you just you see almost with a flash of light, right? This aura, this aura begins to swirl around Razakazeth. His form begins to change, and you kind of see, the horns grow from his head. His size begins to also change. The proportions of his body begin to almost warp, and you can just see the wings sprout from his back, the tail appear through his pinstriped pants.
Gonna need more
And
scrolls.
he says, no, please, you can't put me in there. You don't understand what you're doing. And you see Florthak turns to all of you and he says, you have done the universe and the gods great service today. Thank you. And he
Welcome.
as much as long fingers could snap, Razakazeth disappears, an urn. It clatters and stirs on the ground. You see it. He lifts it up and looks around the room, looks to the ceiling, and he's like, no, I guess I'm going to have to make a little more room in this place. Like, it's like you just see like a piece of like the stone just like recede into the ceiling. And he floats this up. It just kind of, it almost like just stays like, like upright inside of this like now ceiling cubby, and then like a ward goes over it. I believe I said a reward was in order for what you've done for me today, to fix a mistake I made a long time ago. It is information you seek, yes?
Choom's nodding with his mouth just hanging open from what he just witnessed. So he's yeah.
Yep.
Cool. What do you want to know?
Oh yeah, Lev. And he like taps.
Is
Lev's
it
shoulder.
more pizza?
I mean, on the side, maybe. I don't know where you get
Pizza. An interesting word to say.
a good one.
Pizza.
I was wondering if you knew where a planet was
And how to get there, maybe.
and how to get there, maybe. Yes. Preferably not maybe, but definitely.
I mean, that's preferable.
Maybe with maps.
Yes, directions. We follow directions very well.
Of
Especially
course.
if they're in microwave form.
Yes,
I can
we are.
Don't look at me like that, Brew.
I'm just saying directions are not our forte, but you know what? Everything can't be our forte, right?
Right.
That's true. It is called Concordia Prime.
That was our navigator, by the way. Just said that.
He doesn't know where we are.
Just wanted to point that out real quick. I'm sorry.
I have no idea.
Just wanted to point that
where
out
you
real
are.
quick. He's the one that said rebel directions, and he's the guy with the directions. So,
Well, I said we as a whole.
oh yeah, right.
I may impart to your navigator all of you with this type of knowledge, but alas, I must read your minds.
You gonna finger us
Oh,
again?
no.
I can't. I was really
I
trying
mean, I can
to.
sense. I just like I like to know when I'm getting fingered.
Right, that's your thing.
Only,
like, we get
only
it.
because I've already established that this is like the method in which the minds are read, and to just avoid getting stuck on this again. It just, as long as are we carrying over the consent for reading your minds that we had from the last time?
Oh yeah, Daddy. Hey, but don't
Rue was
forget.
You always
Rue
need
was
fresh
excluded
consent.
for that. Oh, you're right.
Don't forget.
You're right.
There has
You're
to be a
right.
meal first. You gotta buy us dinner first. Remember, it's very important.
We
part.
did. We had pizza, remember?
Very important part.
now. Now it feels transactional and it feels wrong.
Come on, man. I want
Do
some
not,
grapes.
listen, we're not shaming you for being a finger worker. Like, that is your thing.
Yeah, dude. Respect the hustle. I respect it. I really do.
Yeah, I love all types of jobs. I have my own job at home, which I'd like to know
Some people-
about, and we're going to
He
do
lays
that.
carpet, if you know what I mean.
Some people have talents, and you know what yours is. You're confident. It's great.
Right,
Is this
right.
his
You
job? Are
live
we
in it.
supposed to pay him for this?
We kind of did. I think we did already.
This is your payment.
I thought we were the ones getting the pizza. I'm not
You're
paying
not really
to
good
get
at wine and
shit.
dining, but
I
gotta
really,
learn some things.
like I said, this is my fault. And
You said the word
I-
finger to a bunch of 6-year-olds.
I did. Yeah, to a bunch of
36-year-olds.
30s
Yeah,
and 40s.
that's the problem, really.
I know what you're talking about.
44.
I'm 5.
Right.
Yes, so these
And
adult
yes.
children that I play this game with.
Flirk,
sometimes
Thak,
I
and
need to just
St.
be
Cuthbert
careful
are going to
about
have
them
to
To be
start a
fair-
support group.
To be fair, we've been playing the same game for 7 to 8 years straight. So just saying.
It's a
We should
new
be
one
comfortable
now.
fingering
all right?
each
And
other.
that's
Well,
another thing.
yeah.
Just saying. Anyway. Who would like to go first? I'm just going to ask that question.
Level
Who
go
would like
first.
to be the first to
I'll go
receive
first.
information?
I thought Freddy was going first.
Who?
Got fingered?
Freddy got fingered.
One of the Furbolg guys who's sitting there.
Is his
"My
name
name's
Freddy? Yes!
Ready? You ready for
What do
the
you mean?
experience of your
I
life?
don't want anyone to touch my mind at all for any reason. That was insane. I feel like someone was playing with my brain.
Hit the scroll. Hit the
Where
scroll.
are you?
Freddy did not
Come on,
get
Freddy.
fingered.
Guys, I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm just trying to
Leans
figure out,
over, puts scroll in mouth.
Where am I? Where are we?
Just breathe in. Just breathe in. Just breathe in. You got this.
This is like a large, like 8 foot tall, like big, muscular, like Furbolg looking dude. Is just like, I don't know. This is kind of scary, man.
Nah, bro. It's fine.
Pull it
It's totally
together,
fine.
bro. Come on. Before you get fingered by the creepy monster over there.
Okay. Are you gonna?
Am I gonna do it too? Yes, I will be second. You'll be first.
Can we just run? I'm just gonna run. I'm gonna run away.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
And then
No,
all
no,
four of
wait,
them
wait,
just
hold
get
on.
up and just run
Hold
out
on.
of the place.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yes, I would severely try and I would jump on him if he looked like he was going to run away.
I mean, yeah, they're all trying to run away.
Listen, wait,
They
hold
see,
on.
they
hold
see,
on.
they see Freddy running, and they all get up and start trying to
Son
run.
of a bitch! Don't you dare touch my new ship, you fucks! Dude, I'm making a sacrifice for the story by not chasing after these people.
You know
I
that
want you
the
all to
doctor had
realize
his
that.
ship there too, so.
That's the ship I'm talking about.
Oh,
It's fine.
wow! So
Fine.
quickly to abandon your
I wasn't
first
gonna
love.
abandon it. I was gonna let Percy drive.
This is our fleet now.
Your fleet.
See what I'm saying? We could have gutted it. We could have made so much money from that fucking thing.
Really
Now
gonna need to start
fucking
writing
Freddy
some-
is gonna go out there. He's probably gonna
Really
crash
gonna need
it
to start
somewhere.
writing up laws about legal salvage so we can actually try to see if these things fall into the boundaries of that. Anyway, okay. I mean, yeah, they just run off. Hopefully, I mean, you can chase after them if you want.
No.
But otherwise, who would like to
Too
be the
small
first
for that.
To, I don't want to ask it the way that you want me to ask it. So, like I said, who is the first to have their minds read? Who volunteers to go first?
It's the
I
first
can't
step
contribute to the
in my
Concordia Prime discussions as
No, but
I ain't
if
ever been there.
you would like some information,
I mean,
Leave it
I'll
to
take
you
information. Information is like what I do. So,
Lev,
yeah.
you said you.
Yeah, level volunteer. He'll be not necessarily hesitant, but certainly.
Lev, or Kalev. I learned your
Yes.
full name as we
Wow, you just
got
fucking outed
learned
him like
about
that. That's
pizza.
crazy.
Yes, that is my government name. Thank you.
Government name. Interesting concept.
Yes.
You chose
Yes.
Flonklak? What? Fuck.
Well, I didn't choose it. My birth parents did.
That's a government name. You have one.
And Florglethek is
There you go.
that for
Some
you.
knowledge for
Yes.
you. See, I could do this too. Didn't even
Right.
have to thank you for that.
I meant no offense. I just wanted to. I thought I was doing the respectful thing by addressing you by your full name.
None taken. Please, it is very respectful. He just kind of like bows forward awkwardly.
There's really no need for that.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna occasionally go back and forth between like sounding enigmatic and then just vamping this dude, and it's just we're just gonna commit to it.
Not creepy at all.
All right. He says, "Lev, I want you to think of home. What
Okay.
does home mean to you? What does home look like to you? Don't say." And he presses, his long thingy to your forehead.
Oh, yeah.
Lev, when you imagine home, when he says this, what is the first thing that comes to your mind?
first thing that comes to my mind, it would certainly be my family. I'm just trying to think of what part of that might be. It might be
Would it
like
be your home on Concordia? Would it be?
Yeah, it
your
might be that.
business?
It might be that kind of thought that he has, or it might be like the feeling, the sense of like the sensory feeling of coming home after work, and like he sees the facade of his house or apartment and can like catch a glimpse of the kids through the window before he walks in,
Well, I'm saying this.
something-
So this is playing out as your mind is being read. Like this whole scene is sort of unfolding as your mind is, again, as he's trying to understand what home looks like or is to you. For the rest of you, right? This only looks like it takes but a moment, right? But for Lev, it feels like you'd smell like the air, right? You can feel the gravel or like the concrete or whatever beneath your feet as you walk up the walk to your home. You feel like the keys, as you fumble through your pocket to grab them to, put them in the front door. You can hear the kids running around inside, or,
exactly.
Nikita with his crazy business ventures, and and Uliana probably yelling at him because he's not he didn't take his shoes off or something like that before he came in from outside, or you just hear them
right,
keeping the home
like a very candid moment for him before coming home. Yeah.
And as you almost just enter, open the threshold to the door, you almost there's for a moment you see their smiling faces, excited to see you return, and then you're brought back to the room in the reliquary.
Whoa.
See. How curious.
You right, bud? Bev?
And yes, that was home. My home.
Shit, it's trippy as fuck.
And you'll be able to show us where that is?
This is interesting. This place, there is an energy that exists in this world you come from. I must pursue this further. Is there anyone else who can help me understand this place you come from? It is familiar, but yet it isn't.
A little scared now, not gonna lie. You look a little too eager right now. You need to calm that down just a little bit.
I apologize. It is not often that I feel this sense of amazement and wonder. This world you come from, this plane, or this wild space system as you call it, it is of this universe and it is not. There is something truly alien about it. I must understand. I apologize. In order to help you find this and where it is, I must understand further. Is there someone else who can? Are there any, or Lev? Is there any other?
I mean, I have
what
more
else can you
mind.
show
Yeah,
me?
I got
else
all
can you
kinds of
show me?
mind. Yeah.
Lev, what other images can you provide? What else do you picture in your mind's eye?
I imagine the drive home and the skyline of Concordia as I, leave work and look at the.
You see, like Verdara in the distance, right? This planet
Right.
that's that you share an orbit with. That depending on where you are in your rotation, you can see it pass by. Just as the sun rises and sets, so does Verdara.
Right. I think about the side streets that I take to Uliana's dance practice and how it helps us beat the rush. And we get to look at the old Concordian houses that, like that kind of old architecture that she appreciates. I think about taking Nikita to accounting class because he loves loves that type of stuff, and I don't really get it half the time, but it's what he wants to do, and
he's been helping you with the books at the place for a while. So
it's working. It's my investments getting a little bit it's paying off right now, but I think about maybe the first date that I had with my now late wife and
Natasha.
I think about our wedding, probably, and I think about the ceremony, trying to pick out venues and stuff like that, and just trying to kind of reel in that whole sense of just a built life,
flipping through the Rolodex of your life, essentially all the core moments, the things that
I really let it pour, be as open as possible, I guess, more so than Lev has probably ever been for especially a stranger.
And no one else is seeing this aside from Lord Thax. So again, you recoil and again, for the rest of you, it only looks like another moment has passed, right? But for Lev, that probably felt like a lifetime. To relive those moments and to just be, because again, in each of those memories, in each of those pieces, you felt physically present there. You almost felt, the delicate carapace of your wife once more. You felt the breeze. Sorry, I had to, because it's not skin, right? It's a carapace. So
caress my carapace, baby.
No, stop.
Someone clip that. Chat, clip that.
Clip it, Chad. Clip it.
Yeah, they're knocking exoskeletons.
Oh, fuck.
They're bumping thoraxes.
Oh man! Listen, there might be a time where someone writes some kind of fan fiction about that, and we're gonna regret it.
Nice.
I think.
I regret,
or maybe not.
Yeah,
I regret
royalties.
nothing.
That's what I'll say.
There are people. Listen, that's what. Never mind. We don't have to go over what the rules are. But as his Florthak kind of resets and like you see him almost like with this like pensive look on his face, and he almost like paces a little bit back and forth. He's like, the energies present in your home world are the same that I feel when we receive visions from beyond. It is made of this primordial soup, almost as if this world or this system has been touched by the gods itself directly. It's almost like a prototype, a protean thing. So many species exist on your world. So many.
Yeah, we got some folk there.
Very cool.
This is very curious indeed. Fascinating. A place like this must be protected.
Yes, I agree. And where is it so it can be given that protection?
Yeah, we want to get back there.
And you, again, it's really hard to tell if almost like a surprised smile, I guess is the best way I could describe it, crosses his face and he says, I can honestly say, I don't know.
Well, that fucking sucks. I mean, come on. Dude.
You and everybody else we've talked to.
Yeah.
Like, we risked a lot.
I guess it was worth a try.
Bro.
No, you don't understand.
And no, I
have not had a moment like this where I have not known.
Some people wait a lifetime for that, so.
Yes, it happens to me all the time when I talk to Percy.
Do you understand the significance of this? Do you understand where you come from?
I think if anyone's been paying attention to us, they would understand that we don't understand the significance of anything we do. Ever. For any reason.
Bro, like half the stuff you said out loud, I'm questioning my existentialism right now. No. We just want to go back. It's simple. It's not
Maybe you need to
complicated.
finger some more minds. Someone else give them your minds.
You let them triangulate or something. I can't exactly
Yeah,
help
right.
with this one.
Maybe
Right.
that is the right idea. No, please. Try again. Is anyone else like to volunteer? Thank you, Lev.
Glorp will walk up.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Glorp,
Glorp.
I wanted this so bad.
when you think of home,
Mhm.
what does that look like to you?
So Glorp is going to actually try to be authentically helpful here. First off, by making a extended finger shaped handprint in their own face for the back to be able to just rest in. And second, by thinking of textbooks from school from Concordia Prime that have things like images of space and like what stars we can see from our planet. And what the geography looks like from, because we've obviously been to Vardara and back, so what the geography looks like from our local orbit of our planet. Looking at the different terrains and what the land is made of, how our planet's core works, or at least as much as I know from teaching kindergarten texts on the subject. So a lot of these are being told in rhyme when I'm looking at them. I should clarify too, right? All of the star things are coming with rhymes attached.
Of course, because you need to teach children about these things. Right. Okay.
When I say textbooks, I mean mostly picture books, I guess, but
Sure.
you're teaching some stuff at that age.
Do you picture anything outside of the
Quantum
books, though?
physics.
Do you actually picture the classrooms, your environment at all? Or is
Yes.
it mostly just, so, okay.
Classrooms or environment. I picture the documentary made by the friendly guy talking about space that we watched one day in class, right? I picture the entire documentary. We watch all hour and a half of it in our head while his hand is on my face.
It's really hard for me to quantify what a plasmoid's memory or how that would work, as you are just kind of like a magical liquid creature, and that's kind of cool. And so, based on just the way that you are a stream of consciousness speaker, so too would I expect your thoughts to be these streams of consciousness, these literal streams of your memories, right? That makes so much sense to me. So, yeah, I mean, you do that. And again, for the rest of you, but a moment or two passes before the hand is removed. And again, another, how curious. Your people know about the cosmos, and yet they know nothing.
Thank you.
Yeah, that pretty much describes us.
You have been touched by the gods yourselves, forged by their very hands. And yet, your people document this nowhere.
That's not how I was made, but
I think my people landed there from a space rock, actually.
Tell me more about this. And he, again, the finger goes back to face Glorp. What do you know about, again, the space rock? Or what do you think was taught in the history books?
Glorp's knowledge of how plasmoids came to be on Concordia Prime is that the mother asteroid, as it's known in plasmoid culture, or Mama Az, hit the middle of the ocean on Concordia Prime and just sunk all the way to the bottom, and has been slowly melting. And there were other plasmoids or plasmoid DNA frozen.
The primordial plasmoid material.
Yeah, some
right.
the essence of plasmoid is involved somehow. I didn't pay that much attention in plasmoid Sunday school as a kid, but when plumbing happened, we started getting sucked into plumbing pipes, and I recall my own sort of hazy youthful journey of just awakening, I guess, and being underwater and then getting like suddenly sucked left and right and straight and forward and up and ending up in kind of a cavern for a bit and then getting sucked again and going blurp, 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 and landing in a sink.
How Glorp got their name.
Yes, that is actually how Glorp did get their name.
That's amazing.
It was the sound they
that's
made when they entered the world. And then, Florthak looks at you and says, "Very curious indeed. Did you know the plasmoids come from far away from this cluster of systems in the astral sea? There is this whole entire civilization out there of beings just like you.
Like me?
That asteroid must have traveled a long way.
Do they have bones?
No bones."
Interesting.
As you see the bones inside Glorp, floating around slightly, Did you reattach your arm, by the way, Glorp, or?
Yes, yeah, I did.
Okay.
In the introductory episode that Glorp is unaware of the existence of, I mentioned that I could reattach my own arm.
Okay, right. Just making sure that did happen.
Yeah. It's not on right, but it's on. I mean, the goo is right, but the bones are not.
Very curious indeed. I think I might understand where you come from.
Just me or all of us?
It's going to be a long story.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. We're gonna need more scrolls.
And pizza.
But before this, to confirm my suspicions are correct, please, if you would allow me. And if you would not, if you would prefer we do this the old-fashioned way, as you may say, tell me more about what home means to you.
Oh,
So I
Tell me
directed
more
at
about this
me.
place you come from. All of you
oh.
who come from this place.
I mean, if you wanna figure me, I'm down. But if you wanna do them first, I'm cool with that too.
Oh, Choom, I mean, you did. As soon as you say that, then finger to forehead, tell me, what do you picture?
The vagrant that Choom is, you would kind of get a flash of conflict in the sense that what you would see is his favorite day when he accidentally launched himself in a handmade, very unsafe, with no real way of returning, janky jet that he made on Verdara. And his happiest moment being seeing all of the stars. And in Verdara, you can't see the sky very well. There's a very dense canopy. See all the stars, and then the shuttle turns and you can see Concordia in its entirety for the first time. And that is Choom's happiest moment until it flashes to this group accidentally getting launched in the Casa Concordia is the only thing I remember it by. Or Connie.
You mean Connie?
Yeah, Connie. There we go. Getting launched in Connie.
The Cosmos Concordia was the name of the ship.
Cosmos Concordia. And you see us actually like getting in out of wild space into the astral sea, and Choom realizing that there is a whole universe out there that needs to be explored. There's whole things he doesn't understand, and home for him looks like that.
You hear almost an audible gasp from Glorthak.
It's good for
A
me
new
too.
rift has opened. It has been quite some time since a new system has appeared in our universe.
So you're saying there's a chance we can get back?
Yes, I do believe so.
Nice.
How curious indeed. I must warn you, if your system is stable and it remains on this plane in the sea here, amongst the many systems that neighbor us, Your people need caution. There are forces that would do great harm to them here. These mega corporations, as they call them,
Whoa!
Astral Tech, will seek to exploit the magical crystals and other valuable minerals that exist on your home. You come from a very magical place, my friends. More magical than I've seen in some time.
Well, how do we stop that from happening?
What better ambassadors to a new universe than those who have explored it for some time now?
And I'm telling you right now, dude, you're making a mistake. We are not. This is like the 5th time that someone has put upon us what they think that we would be good at, and it never goes the way you think it's gonna go. Ever.
And yet, here you stand, having survived many ordeals. Brew, you have been very contemplative as I have been speaking with your companions. You also mentioned that your mind is sacred to you, and I respect that. I shall not intrude if you do not wish me to.
So he's been kind of not meditating exactly, but in meditation mode. So he's kind of popped a squat on the floor during most of this. Kind of
just perched.
Crisscross applesauce.
Crisscross applesauce.
Just kind of doing his thing. Like he's closed his eyes at this point, and like when you speak directly to him, one of his eyes kind of opens with a curious arch to his eyebrow. And he says, all this talk of home just brought me back to why I'm not there anymore. Why I left for my adventures. I was expected to be a brute. And I don't consider myself a brute. And I wanted more out of life. So I joined a bar.
That's how it starts, yeah.
No, to meet people and to hear the stories and to learn all of the adventures that others were going on. And I learned that, I wanted an adventure for myself. And then these wonderful companions came upon me, and the rest is history. I remember one time I was sitting, we were learning how to fight. Bullfight, to be exact, and all I remember is the trainer was just yelling at us and trying to get us to do things that I just didn't want to do. So I would hide in the corner and I would read comic books and look at pictures in the news stories, and that's how I learned that I wanted to go somewhere else. Well, and here I am, and I'm the map guy. And then he closes his eyes again.
You're damn right.
Okay, that's it. Okay.
Who's cutting onions in here?
He's like, Brew is very in the moment. He is like, this is where I am now, and this is where I need to be, and that's it. Like, home is here.
He's looking forward.
Adventuring. Yeah, looking forward. Interesting. March, I know you do not come from this same place, but I know, these folks are eager to return home, but what of your story? I did mention there was some cloudy details about your soul, as they say.
March gets up and, walks up towards him. Yeah, well, I'm no help showing you where Concordia Prime is, but if you want to take a look, I can show you all the places it ain't.
Oh, that's such a good line. Yes, sure. What do we see, March? What does Florkback see?
Well, if he's looking at home is about 5'3" with dark jet black fur, piercing green eyes, and a smell and a hummed lullaby and a purr. All of these memories, and you can see the glimpses, but the background is always in soft focus. You try to look at where the where. It's it's almost like your eyes roll off it.
Mm-hmm.
None of it's remarkable. And then there was nothing for a while. It looked like lots of days. There were lots of days just sitting in a box. And someone crashed a spaceship into the box. And the backgrounds are all very crystal clear after that. And lots of images of, well, these jackasses.
Mm-hmm. And some of the insane things that you've been through since.
Yeah, the Casa Concordia, and
there is a moment
the
though,
ship,
as you,
the Jeff,
yeah,
all of it.
Yeah, there is a moment
Jeff.
though, right, that maybe
Rip.
passes as part of you coming across these people was also getting this particular, we'll call it a drive storage unit, piece of technology that you've had with you, plugged into various devices. The one that you had tried to experiment with to maybe potentially try to speak to this, person from your past again.
Mm-hmm. And inside March's mind, like anytime he holds that chip, it doesn't look like the chip. It just looks like his mom in, like the scale of an action figure sitting on his palm.
But there is I'm going to say that in your vision of it though, as he's peering through, right, you're almost you're witnessing this together, right? This is sort of a shared experience, you and Florkback.
Yeah.
The image of it in the palm of your hand, right, as you're picturing this device, right, and it looks like your mom, your mentor, this person who was, Cheshire as you knew them.
Yeah.
Well, as their call sign at least, what they, what you all ran with, for as you were, all just kind of many places at many times. The image is distorted. There's almost this aura, this darkness that surrounds the device, where this image of them is being projected. You feel almost a concern from Florkback, almost like a skip of like a heart skipping a beat almost, as that image kind of passes by, right? And then we start seeing some of the other stuff, the court case, the other memories, the more recent things, right? The encounter with these robots and this entity of the Seeker that seems to still be trying to find you, or there was something with all this Project Q stuff. There's all these threads that still exist that pique your curiosity, that are interwoven with these experiences you have with these new friends. But there is this almost darkness surrounding this physical memory, this physical piece of someone you once knew, that you carry with you. You don't know how to interpret that necessarily, but you felt that concern as you kind of experienced or lived that moment, and as you come back now into this room. He doesn't say anything. Florkback doesn't say anything as he, removes his hand from your head. You do see, he does put a finger to his chin.
My God, he's reading his own mind.
No.
I think they just kind of call that thinking.
Oh shit. Deep.
In March, it just the words come out, but they kind of feel flat, and he just kind of slinks off, sits down on one of the stairs, just kind of staring, 1,000 yards staring at the ground about 10 feet in front of him.
Oh, what did you do to it, bro?
March, I have known, or I will use the name that you have chosen.
Thank you.
There is... I learned, okay, you called me out on this before. I am
saw
capable
that.
of learning new things. You can
Used to
teach an
try.
old alien new tricks all the time, it seems. But March, it seems that I've known in my many, many years of existing all kinds of, call them warlocks. All of them promised to some power by someone or something wishing to get something in return, as this Razakazith attempted to with you. But his contract was void the moment you signed it. Something that you have done, something I cannot find purchase within your memories, something that has been blackened, erased. Is this device you carry, the entity that lives within?
It's the only thing of value I own.
It is dangerous.
So's the rest of my life.
I hate to break the moment here, but would any of us magic users, know what a warlock is?
I would say that is a very antiquated term these days.
Right. But as a magic user, it is a school.
Yeah, but even that, again, magic is very interwoven with technology these days. Glorp is, I would say, even a rare case as someone who now possesses more innate spellcasting.
So it would be even more like someone just said a mythical thing about your friend.
I mean, you guys have seen March do magic
Sure.
stuff, but it's all been through his technological devices, right? Through his arcane focus, through the stuff he's built,
Yeah.
right? It's just all energy.
So when you say warlock and great danger and things like that, I just
I
feel
have not foreseen any great calamity involving this, and yet there is something wrong that I feel when you picture it. Please, March, take care. Do not... I see that you have some emotional attachment to who you believe exists within this. But do not blindly trust what they say to you.
Watch how you talk about my mother. He walks off.
Whoa.
Interesting.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, I feel like that was a crazy revelation for anyone who didn't know that previously, which was all of us.
everyone.
Which was all of us.
Yeah.
Which was everyone.
Where did we get to mothers?
No,
I missed something.
Lev, it's kind of complicated. I can explain it.
March
to you
has
later,
not
but
really shared any details about his personal life.
I'm just
with
gonna
any of
say-
you know what you know of March is what you've experienced since you've known him, and at his one hideout, right?
Oh yeah, I know.
Well, our experience with March is a bit deeper than that, okay? And I understand the implications of what you're saying, and I'm sure we'll unpack the mother thing later. But all I know is my friend just walked off feeling worse for wear when we all got finger delights earlier. And I'm just gonna say, my friend,
Okay,
I don't appreciate that
really
very
hate
much.
that term.
I don't
Really
appreciate
hate
that
you
very
use that
much.
term.
And I would appreciate if Lev would storm out right now to have the proper effect of me leaving. It'll have more impact.
Yeah, we can go get some fresh air, I guess. I'm gonna let the little man outside.
Yeah, maybe we should take a moment. I can help you find your way home after that. And
He
with,
hasn't had any grapes in 5 hours at
it's
least.
been a little while. Actually, it's only been an hour, but a lot of stress.
It's a small stomach. Yeah, you are affected quickly.
Did you see that guy? He just outed all of March's shit. Fucking dick.
as we ascend the stairs.
Well, you will note that you didn't see any of what.
Nope, just
he
the
was
conversation after.
You only heard March's reaction to that, to what was being said. Yeah,
just
true,
the mother
right.
statement.
And the darkness and the danger. It's just, people who are on a ship with him for long, extended periods of time, not knowing that he carried a darkness/danger. It's a little bit of a revelation for someone as paranoid as Choom. Like, first it's the freaking thing coming out of Brew, then it's a thing in a jaw, and now we got a darkness that could explode at any point, basically.
It's a crazy universe, lots of spells. Anyway, so
I just aged like 5 years in that conversation alone.
But yeah, I would be going to check on.
Quick aside, Dave, what a delivery.
Oh yeah, dude.
All of you, actually. In fact, I've gotten
this was a really good
and
episode.
Genuinely emotional as I was listening to you describe these things about your background, and I just want to say, wow,
kudos,
thank you.
Thanks for giving us the space.
Thanks for letting Brew not get fingered.
It's true, also.
Which is, I feel like, uncommon for your characters, Mike.
I'm just, hey,
Fran joined in on a joke. We can't be mad.
Yeah, but say, what would Quinn do in this situation?
It was low-hanging fruit, guy.
I mean, listen, if this was Quinn would have been the first one in line to get fingered, but.
What did I just say?
Right.
What did I just say? And Rovin Tossbottom, give me a fucking break. Anyway.
Like we had been playing with you for 10 fucking years, dude.
Listen, Brew is a bit more conservative, okay?
Of course.
Yes.
Okay, sure.
Yes.
Yeah, and we respect that, okay?
Yeah. We might be able to break down some barriers soon, but not yet.
Yeah, you're already dealing with one weird, strange, like body sharing situation now.
Yeah,
one at a
time. One at a time.
It's too bad. I wonder what would have happened if he peered into your mind's eye and saw two.
Oh, that would have been cool. Oh well.
However, on this, I would say maybe bittersweet beat, I'm going to call this episode of the Hapless Heroes podcast as we all take a breather.
Yeah, bro.
For being pointed in a direction home. A lot of information given tonight.
Yeah, dude.
A lot of things seen. A lot of moments that I truly wasn't expecting, and this is really great. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and say the things I always say. And that's it. And that's, if you like us, you can find us on the internet. You say these days, these links grow on trees, so you can find us on our link tree. It's linktr.ee/haplessheroes. It contains all the links to where we exist on the World Wide Web, including what we consider to be the crown jewel of our internet presence, and that is our Discord community server, where you can come and hang out with all the people who have a Discord account and listen to this show, which is quite a few of you, it seems. So we're talking all kinds of stuff in there, and we would just love to see you join us and take part in those conversations. That's pretty much where we socialize these days, as far as social media and all those things. I'm pretty sure we have social media accounts. I cannot tell you the last time I really, truly put any effort into them, and I would apologize for that, but also no. So hang out with us in our Discord. You can talk with all of us and talk about the episodes of the show or other shit. We're just, that's where we exist. And click on that link in that link tree, and it'll take you there. Now,
is it safe to say that we're post social media?
I don't know. Is it cool to say that? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I feel like I just coined it, but somebody probably already said it because they're in original thoughts.
Are we about to enter the post social media age? Is this like the dark ages now for social media?
That'd be sick.
But I think it's just we are we've all just sort of gotten over it.
We certainly have. But listen, if you're listening to this right now, that's where you can find us on the internet. Now, if you say maybe you want to say some words about us in a more constructive fashion, or in maybe more short form, or other type of ways where you want it to be more like a feedback, well, hey, we would love it if you left us a 5-star review on the podcast service of your choice. That kind of stuff just helps recommend us to more people. And, I guess when we're talking about that, there's other things you can do that I guess would get us in front of more people as well. Like, if you... Sorry, hold on. I need a second.
Do it in an accent.
We're here. We're holding space for you, bud. We're here. You can do it.
Okay. Okay. Yes, yeah. Like and subscribe to our YouTube, where our episodes also now exist. And maybe do the other things that you would do on that platform to see more of it. Maybe leave a comment even.
God, it's like watching someone eat a turd in reverse.
I'm just holding the hair.
Upset. Just like some people like how do I even find the fucking comments? I saw this before and then they're gone.
Someone commented on season 2, episode 53.
Is that what you're looking for?
They said keep them coming with a bunch, all in capital letters, with a bunch of exclamation points.
And who was that amazing person?
Lucid Warrior 4819.
Thank you,
Lucid Warrior 4819. Thanks for leaving a comment there. You are a 5-star human. And see, we will acknowledge you as the 5-star human being that you are if you go and do that.
Even if we have to find you.
Even if we have to dig through the
videos.
Yeah, the labyrinth that is YouTube Studio to find this comment, because I made the mistake of hearting it and then it just makes it disappear into the fucking ether afterwards. Thank you for doing that. And fuck.
We're gonna edit that out, guys. Hi, Fran.
Sorry, this is my personal. Yeah, sorry. I will edit out this. These are my views are my own. They do not represent the views of Hapless Heroes as an organization or whatever the fuck you got to say.
Don't sue us, Jake.
Anyway, you do that. Go say nice things about us. We'll read them, and it makes us feel really nice, and we will appreciate you. And now say you want to maybe, I don't know, support us maybe more in like a financial way, I guess. Well, we have a Patreon. It's for the price of a cup of coffee every month. That is to say $5 a month. You get access to a bunch of stuff. Just a lot of behind the scenes audio, bloopers, and bonus episodes or other things that don't, really fit the main thing that we're doing here, whether it's like interviews or lore dumps when we get around to like being able to record more of those, or especially now that we've revealed so much more, it's going to be about time to give the people another lore dump or two. We do all this to give back to give back to all of those of you who helped us keep the show running, keep it ad free, help us replace the equipment, pay our hosting costs. It means a whole lot. So if you wanted to show your support and join that Patreon and get access to all that stuff, it's patreon.com/haplessheroes, and we just deeply appreciate you and any support you are willing to give. Now, before I outro everybody, I just want to remind everybody, as we've said for the last few weeks, if you can't get enough of one of us, I really want this to be like a long running, I want this to be a bit, but I need to figure out like what other ways I can say this, Seb, so we may have to workshop a couple things here, but that's just, if you can't get enough of one of us, Sebastian, our very Sebastian, your Choom Deloom, has launched an actual play podcast of his own. Sebastian, tell the people where to find you.
My friends, anywhere online, We Together Gaming, one word, We Together Gaming, or We Two Gaming on YouTube. You can find us anywhere, or just join our Discords. They're pretty much interlinked now. So if you
We're all
Hapless
just
Heroes,
in both of them,
if you're in Hapless Heroes, I'm sure you'll find us. And if you're in We Together, I'm sure you'll find Hapless Heroes.
You'll find this, probably, yeah. And so, what we're trying to say is that you just now have twice the amount of content to listen to. You got us on Mondays, and you got Sebastian on. You got We Two on. Was it? You release Wednesdays?
Yes, sir.
So I mean, come on, 2 episodes a week now for two compelling stories. Please show your support, show your love to our boy Sebastian. I promise you, he hasn't paid me to say this, Yet. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Jinx, you owe me a
I
Coke.
think I legally have to say that you have not paid me to say this.
Oh, yeah, legally.
And that's it. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and outro the rest of my beautiful cast for you. In the episode order in which they were introduced, we had Lewis playing Lev Zangief.
My name is Lev, and go listen to We Together Gaming.
Oh, wow. An in-character promotion. Lev
Not
got
a
paid for
sponsor.
that for sure.
I was not paid for this advertisement. June paid me to it.
Choom told me. Sebastian is Choom Daloom.
You can bleep that out if you want.
You just told me to edit that out, but I said it.
Dude, one long bleep would be really funny though, right? And then you can bleep that out if you want.
I think that's actually better if I do, because I've never censored anything.
Yeah, just
Just leave it up to the
bleep that out if you
imagination.
want.
Yeah.
Now we can have a
I think
poll and
that
see what he says.
Nicole is glorp, glup, glup.
I don't know. Does my radio get We Together Gaming? I'm gonna try to listen.
That would be fucking trippy as hell. Mike as Brunner Brew Blitzbore.
Can you give me the directions to this We Together thing?
Dave as March.
Yeah. Well, all those guys said. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little out of it. Sorry, guys.
And I'm Francesco. I've been your host and DM. Find out what happens to our crew next week, and we'll actually get directions home. Bye.
Bye.
Hey.
Bye.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.